Good morning, everybody. You are back with the crew. Today I'm in one of my favorite little places. This is my main road coming in and out of my town in which I live. Some of you may know where this is. There could be an occasional car drive by, but this is kind of the main road out of my town. This time of year it's just absolutely spectacular, and I really enjoy the spring here. This is spring for us. Enough about all that. Come on, Allan, get to the point, for God's sakes. Okay, we are in a time. This is actually what I would call a sequel, if you will, of my last video thought process. That's just a 360 view of what's going on here. My thought process is this. The war, if you will, if we'd like to call it that, it's a terrible word, really, but the next level, when they understand that, okay, there's not much they can do about this, so what are we going to do? How do we embrace it, and what do we do with it? Meaning all crypto. I'm not just talking about Bitcoin here, but Bitcoin really at this point is kind of leading the way, and it's really convincing these people because they can't do anything about the code. They can't do anything about any of that stuff. I know there's millions of people out there that will tell you, actually, you're wrong, Allan. It's a big giant rug pull. Okay, maybe you got me there. Who knows? I don't think so. I don't know how you rug pull that code. Another subject. What I'm talking about now is step 2 of that discussion of, well, they've conceded to us, Allan. Okay, let's go with that thought. In that sense, you and I understand what we own. We understand how it's changing mankind. We know, we can see the future. Maybe they had the vision. Maybe they created the entire thing. We do not know this. But what I do understand now is better than I ever did before. They get this on a level that is next step from the people below us. In other words, Joe Public, right? Joe Public is not getting crypto at all. They just don't have the concept. So when you're in their shoes, as the system likes to print money and create money, what's the advantage of crypto for them? Well, they've done a really good job of telling Joe Public, please don't buy this thing. It's very dangerous. It's volatile. It's too volatile. Oh my God, for you, it's volatility. Oh my God, just stay away from that. You could lose everything. You know, it's okay that, you know, you go to Vegas and spend all your money on a blackjack table, but boy, that volatility of that crypto stuff, that'll wreck you every time. Please avoid that. That's a big clue, guys. That's a very big clue, as we all know. So let's say they've conceded now, and now it's next level. What are they going to do? Well, where's the harm in crypto to them? Well, I'm going to paint a picture right at this moment that's going to say it's a benefit to them. I know all channels and we all talk about what's wrong or how it could affect them being able to print money. But let's go with the fact that possibly this is very good for them. And I want you to really understand inflation now. When you and I buy stuff, it makes the system work. The more we spend, the more the system works, the more they get to create, the more the debt they get to create, that whole system. We get all that. Well, how could that be good to get sound and honest money, Allan? That doesn't make any sense. Well, in the short term, it makes a lot of sense because when they print all this money, they're always looking for a place for it to land. What is it going to do? How is it going to inflate things? They don't want it to inflate the price of food or electricity or water or utilities, because that makes the little people upset, and then they get the torches, as we talked about. What they're doing now, what in particular Bitcoin, but many of the other coins, the great coins that we know of, these crypto coins, currencies, are not currencies, they are storages of wealth. And that storage of wealth is a place for that inflation to go to where it doesn't hurt mankind's pocketbook. Think about that. It doesn't affect their wallet. Sure, You can buy cryptocurrencies and you could do very well and you could make a lot of money. What is it when you make a lot of money? What is that? You're soaking up all those digits in which they've printed. But when you're soaking it up, are you soaking it into a debt-based system? No debt with crypto, right? Are you soaking it up into the real estate? Are you making homes more expensive? No. So they can print literally trillions of dollars, and if it flows into cryptocurrencies, it doesn't make homes more expensive. It doesn't make rent more expensive. It doesn't make cheeseburgers more expensive. You get my point. All of this is a plus for them. They have this new giant sponge, and it is soaking up the value of all things. It will. I know it's going to take a long time, and I know it's not happening quick enough. But think about this for their benefit. They get to print all the money still, and it supports the dollar. What do you mean, Alan? It doesn't support, it's going to demolish the dollar. Maybe one day way down the line. But if you stop and think about this, they're not at all concerned about this year, next year, 5 years. They're in a situation where they feel like they're winning the war on the Joe public, but they're losing the war against this cryptocurrency that you and I hold. But they're not. That's the thing that you and I really need to get in the concept of. They're winning. And I don't mean them against us. I mean they're winning in the sense that you and I can own something that is not going to crush mankind financially and create hyperinflation. Sure, what's going to happen to you and I, in particular people that have the great coins, they're going to do really, really well. Okay? Really well. Financially. So they become what? The new rich, the new millionaires. But that all that money in which these people printed to get these assets, did it destroy their system? No, it didn't, did it? It made you and I very wealthy. What do you and I do when we're wealthy? We buy things. What do we buy? We buy homes. We buy things for our kids. We buy stuff. That generating economy is a plus for them. It keeps them relevant. You're not going to sell your coins for dollars, right? You're not going to ultimately want to eliminate US dollars or currency around the world. Why? Because currency is junk and trash, and you and I know it. Why would I trade by XRP for those greenbacks? I wouldn't do that. You're not going to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to borrow against it, okay? And when you borrow against it or find ways of staking it, mining, whatever your situation is, you're going to try and generate income. Well, Wall Street's coming, right? They're already here. What are they doing? They're finding ways to borrow the coins, lend you money, dollars, digits that you know need, greenbacks, to help your children and to live in the society in which we do. That's the dollar currency that they need. But you and I have the asset. So the asset always gets borrowed against, which generates more Wall Street, which generates more banking system, which creates a benefit for their system. You and I get fat, happy, and rich, and the next thing you know, we don't really care about so much about the fundamentals of how it changes mankind. Not all of us, a bunch of us. Okay, a bunch of people are just simply going to trade coin for dollars because they're rich and it doesn't matter, and they go on with their day. But you and I, most of the people that really have been around this, and we're no longer just trying to get rich, we're trying to change the system. We have more time to wait, because what can they do? They can simply print all the money they want, and they can buy said coins. They can borrow, you can borrow against your coins, and if you don't pay it back, it's not that big a deal. They give you the greenbacks, they get the coins. This is a situation that long-term is a benefit to them, short-term a problem for you and I. But you need the dollars. We need the dollars. That's what's beautiful about the whole stablecoin system. The stablecoins are the same situation for them. They get to spread the US dollar around the whole globe, and make it relevant because people are trying to get out of their local currencies. They can hold a US dollar on a digit on a phone. No problem. They got it. Right. So I hope you understand where I'm going with this. That whole concept of it's good for them. Why? Why is the big picture? The big picture says they get to print all the money they want going forward, even though crypto exists. Because when it comes down to it, they get to ultimately end up with all the coins because people are willing to trade currency digits, dollars, for hard coins. This is the war. This is the subtle way in which they've told you bad, and then now they're going to flip the switch and they're going to say, oh yeah, Grayscale, no problem. BlackRock, all you guys, Fidelity, no problem. We're going to borrow. You're going to borrow against your coins and you will ultimately lose them, giving them ultimate power because they play long ball. They play the big, long distance game, and they don't care right now because they get something, if you believe it's real or not, Bitcoin, the soundest, hardest thing that we've created yet, okay, in crypto. They get those for the fake digits and they're obtaining them. I don't know if you've noticed, but the market's going down. We have weak hands. People are selling their coins. They're getting US dollars, and they're not going to get back in because it's already at 65,000. Then it's at 75,000. That's 150,000. You're going to say, well, I'm not buying $150,000 Bitcoin. Why would I do that? I could buy a house for my kids, or I could buy a trailer, or go on vacation. That's too expensive. I'm not going to do that. That's where we're headed with Bitcoin first. It's going to slowly trickle down to all the other coins because they have the energy of creating the money. It's not a huge opponent for them because their plan now is to obtain all the Bitcoin going forward. I know you guys understand that. I know I'm just talking about stuff that you maybe have or haven't thought of. But I had to pull over and talk about it because it's really on my mind. They are filtering all the US digits into something that will soak it up. Let's think about this. They don't care if diamonds go up, or rare paintings go up, or collectible cars go up. They've never cared about that. They care if sugar goes up, if wheat goes up, if oil goes up, if electricity goes up. That's what they care about. Housing prices. They don't want housing to get too expensive because the poor people can't afford rent. That doesn't work for their future inflating of dollars. They can't continually create more and more dollars if all of those dollars are going into landlords purchasing property and jacking up the rent, and the little people can't survive. They get restless, they get the torches out. You and I now have the picture of what's really happening is they love the fact that it's going into a crypto coin. Think about this. The coin doesn't affect the food. It doesn't affect your home. It doesn't affect the rent prices. It's simply in cold storage in somebody's wallet until they can find a way to leverage it from you. Okay? That's exactly what's going on right now. It's awesome to see the way this whole thing evolves. Unfortunately, a lot of people could be doing better right now than they are, and that really upsets me because I see a lot of people selling their coins right now, and I think, okay, you tripled your money, good for you. How are you ever going to buy that coin back again? Well, it's going to crash again. Maybe. But when these fat cats get in, they're not going to let it go down to 20% or 80% decline, back down to 20% asset values. That is not what they're going to allow happen. It makes them look stupid. They don't like looking stupid. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am here in the valley. This is a cattle ranch where I live, and right down the hill from where I live. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful time of year. Please get out in nature, enjoy your life, understand how valuable your friends and family and loved ones are, and how beautiful this planet is in which we live on. It's a miracle, and that's why this beautiful rock is the rock of all the rocks, and I have absolutely no desire to go to Mars. Why would I go there when I got this? What's the matter with Elon? What are you thinking, my friend? Are you out of your tree? Look at this place. Why would you go to Mars? I don't get it. All right, love you guys. I'm out.